What is happening, gang? It's your boy Techneex, and I've been really debating on if I should really make this video. I really been considering it because of the simple fact that there's just, there's been a few days since this event happened, and I don't know, what and how it came out to be and whatnot, but um I'm gonna address the whole JaymesHanson situation here. I have to address that because I am part of the Bleach community. I haven't, believe it or not, I've been doing Brave Souls. I've watched James Hanson's videos on Bleach Brave Souls, and I definitely want to tell you guys that as of this video, I don't follow him on Twitter. I don't deal with him on Twitter and such or any of these places because uh I'm not I'm not a fan of, and I'll keep it a buck. I'm not a fan of threats, being drunk, being whatever, I don't like the playing around of the idea that it's okay for you to go ahead and feel some kind of way when people are like trolling you and disrespecting you or whatever the case might be. Uh, a lot of people say this shit, like, oh, somebody's fucking with you, but man, go kill yourself, right? And those words are super strong. Those words, can mean something to certain people, right? I'm not that kind of person that if you say some shit to me like that, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, whatever. That's one thing. Uh, but when it comes down to like you being specific to someone, especially in the DMs, like the shit that he said to Afro, talking about uh that Afro's car crash should have ended him. That right there did not sit well for me. I'm a huge fan of Afro. I'm a huge fan of Rhyme. I'm a huge fan of Syriax. I was a huge fan of you, bro. Like I was a huge fan of you, bro. But that shit really fucked with me. And I didn't say anything in the comments. I didn't say anything on Twitter. I know a lot of folks got on your ass already and said what they had to say to you, But as a fan and as a person that's coming up, and trying to post more Bleach content, we have to do better. We just have to do better. Like 100% have to do better. Wishing death upon people is not cool. That's for one. I'm gonna put that out there. Two, after that, all the information that started leaking and coming out with like you being racist, bro, and you saying racist stuff in the past and whatnot, like I do believe there are people who have redemption arcs and people who can be redeemed and people who, you could be one way when or something like that when you're younger or where you don't have an understanding of things like that. When you're an adult, those understanding values and those understanding situations and whatnot tend to be very minuscule, and those things that you can get away with uh become very rare as an adult. And to hear the whole that you were being racist as well, that's another layer of things that, again, for the last year and a half, 2 years that I've followed, I've never known any of this. I don't go around trying to verify every Twitch streamer, every top streamer, or anything like that of the sort. I don't do that. But what I do essentially do is I give people the benefit of the doubt until they fuck up. And to me, this is a huge fuck up. Like, huge fuck up, huge fuck up. You may not get along with these folks. You may not get along with Afro or Rhyme or Syriacs or Dodo or whoever, period. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and it's not because they're black. It's because you wish death upon someone. B made a video and he was live streaming. I had to watch the live stream. And this is the reason why it took me so long for me to get to this point to make this video, was because I saw that live stream. I replayed the live stream while it was still there, you know, and I made my own choice and said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I don't want to do. But ultimately, it just came to me. I'm just like, look, man, do I really want to sit on the side where, you know, I'm following and being friends with and being trying to be cool, or even in the future, you know, cross path with this person and be cool, try to make content with them and feel like I can talk to them without this hovering over me, this incident? I can't. I just can't. Because that, like, when you're drunk, when you're blacked out, when you are completely done in and you start talking and saying shit, the majority of the time you really mean that shit. When he got specific about that car crash should have done you in, that shit like that, is what get motherfuckers' ass beat in the hood. You could say shit like that through a fucking text. You could say that shit through a screen. You could say that shit through a live stream. But in person, if you're having an argument with someone in person, or you're talking back and forth, you're having a back and forth in person, and that shit flies out your mouth, the liability of the person next to you, if he's receiving words like that, and they went through that experience. Listen, the liability for them to fuck you up, it's almost 99% assured. You're looking for a fight. You want to get hit. You want to fight. You got away with it because you're all the way in Japan. And that's the part that really stuck home to me, is that you said some wild shit, and yes, heavily influenced, and yes, you apologize, but that wild shit did not receive the repercussions that it should have received if you had said it in person, though. And I think the majority of us would be hands down in our heads. We would know that if I was an Afro shoe, if the next person is Afro shoe, shit, if Afro's an Afro shoe, those are fighting words. Those are true fighting words. I want to box a nigga at that point. You're sending me messages and you're saying this shit through screen to a message. So once that clicked to me, after thinking about it and really, you know, hammering down my resolve on that, I told myself, I'm like, I don't think I want to associate myself with this guy anymore. Like, yeah, I made my choice. That's my choice. That doesn't have anything to do with the hive. That has nothing to do with saving the bees. That has nothing to do with plátanos. Whichever way you guys want to know. Me and him, we're locked. We're friends. We're brothers from another mother. And, you know who's who. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's that. But when it comes down to certain people that I don't fucking know from a hole in the wall, and I follow, and I put one versus the other in that sense, I will pick sides here, because of the fact is that you shouldn't wish death upon nobody. The fact that you wished upon death so specifically to someone, was so specific to something that really could have taken his life in the past, like, I don't know what you did, man. I don't know why you did that. I really still feel like, you know, this shit was surreal, to be honest, and I don't condone it. And as that, I just say, like, if you guys, you know, don't condone that kind of shit, and you guys want to follow a content creator or a community that, you know, pushes Bleach and it's all inclusive, there's no racism here, you know. There's no telling people to go kill themselves here, you know, because we don't agree with the other person's statement, none of that. Like, come through here. Be part of this community. We'll do right by everybody because I don't ever want the shit that I saw on my timeline happen again. I'm talking about Mighty Keith got involved, Vocal Pineapple got involved, so many black community content creators and black content creators and and anime content creators in general from all sorts of roots were like telling this guy, bro, shut the fuck up. Like being shocked doesn't mean that I don't have a voice, doesn't mean that I'm not going to speak up on it. And even if this only reaches 20 people, at least those 20 people that I reached out to know my stance on that and in my community. And I think that that's where I'll leave that video at. I hope you guys, understand where I'm coming from. And if you are a Hanson fan and you want to unfollow or unsub because of what I said, I understand. By all means, whatever you need to do. But I do stand by this fact that a person that has that kind of mentality towards other folks and content creators, no matter if this is stupid on top of that, because it's literally about anime content and pushing out an agenda. You to get that defensive over something as trivial as anime per se, because I love Bleach, I love One Piece, I love Naruto, I love Dragon Ball, I love Shonen, I love whatever, Berserk, you name it, but it's trivial to the end matter that we're human beings first and foremost. Like, that's what matters to me. And if you can't treat somebody like a fucking decent human being, then you don't deserve to have me as a fan. You don't deserve to have my community, shout you out and, try to talk to you and things like that. Or try to be on your streams. At least that's my opinion. And if I can help that and push that, then that's what I'll do, because that's how I feel that I'm making a right in this world. So that's where I'll leave that at. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. And I hope y'all understand. And we'll be tuning in with more Bleach content in the future, of course. So stay tuned, come in through, and holla at your boy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.